Welcome to another episode of Now That's Tough. You know, it's me, Dave, my boy Kurt, my boy Sack. We're gonna talk about the NBA draft, talk a little bit about NBA finals. It was interesting. Now I can't say what anybody expected, but stay tuned. Stick with us, stay tuned. So y'all want to briefly talk about the touch on these finals? I know we might do another episode, but I feel like it's the first time all three of us we'll talk about it and share our opinions, so it'll be raw, kind of uncut. So we had an interesting conversation in the group chat, and we're just gonna bring this out real quick because we were talking about who's the best player in the world right now, and you and Joe had interesting conversation, Kurt. So why don't y'all go ahead and y'all take this over, because I believe somebody said that Giannis is the best player in the world, and then there was an argument about
I'm gonna stop you right there, buddy. Little slickster, trying to get that in, didn't you?
Yeah.
This is what I said, because this is the conversation between the three of us, whatever. And I said that on any given day, the best player in the league is now KD, Bron, or Giannis. And Giannis is in that stratosphere to where it's like, Bron have a crazy day. It's only them three, though. You can't have a conversation about, and I'm sorry, you guys, but there's not a conversation about Steph being the best player. There's not a conversation about Dame, and I'm a huge Dame fan. This is y'all like Steph. It's not a conversation about little James Harden. Nobody else is in that stratosphere, because the way that those three can dominate a game, nobody else in the league can. And we saw that with Giannis, Game 6. No joke, Giannis throughout this entire playoffs, bro. But especially that closeout game, bro. He went nuts, dog. And he might not have that bag. He might not be able to do what other players can do in the skill or section of the game. But how does he affect the game? And that's really how you can determine greatness. That's how you can determine who's the best player or not. He affects the game similarly, if not even more, on each given day than them other two dudes. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay,
this guy disagreed with me.
Okay, but you know what? When you say it like that, I agree with that. But when you first came out there, you said that Giannis is the best player in the NBA right now, and I totally disagree with that. In fact, I think that it's two other players that's better than him right now, which was Kevin Durant and Steph Curry in the NBA right now. I mean, I'm sorry. I feel like they can give you all what Giannis do. Well, not so much Steph Curry, but KD can give you all what Giannis do and then some. Man's a great shooter, great free throw shooter. Although Giannis went 17 from 19 from the.
I think that was an anomaly, though. We can agree that was an anomaly, right? All right, cool.
But you know what I'm saying? He's a great free throw shooter. He can get to the basket. He's a great defender. I just feel like he's a great rebounder. He can push it in transition. I feel like KD is the top player in the NBA right now. I just feel like that's just what it is, bro. He's just unguardable in all facets.
Mm-hmm. Let me say this, though. KD is probably the most skilled player in the league, right?
Okay, yep.
KD or even Steph or Kyrie. I think those three are probably like on another level in terms of skill. You might be able to throw Dame in there, but those are the skill, those whose skill is above and beyond anything Giannis could do, skill-wise, right?
Yeah.
On the flip side, can any of them do what Giannis can do? Can KD do what Giannis can do?
Yes.
No, he cannot.
Yes, he can.
He can't. He can't defend the paint how Giannis can. Giannis, bro, if you watch that game, Giannis defended the paint on DeAndre Ayton, went out there, guarded D-Book, guarded CP3, and had them niggas in the gulag. D-Book was getting blocked left or right, talking about, wow, come on, bro. He had everybody in a straight jacket, bro. And on the flip side, he can dominate you. And just as you can't do nothing about what KD or Steph can do in terms of their skill, there's literally nothing you can do about Giannis when he gets it in the paint. Or when or if he gets it foul line extended on down, there's literally nothing you can do. especially when he has that mindset of everything is going in a bucket. You feel me, Dave?
So, which essentially you're saying, in other words, if I'm doing a player comparison for Giannis, can we say the modern day Shaq?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's as dominant.
So then, Kurt, if we saying that, how can we say that what Giannis is doing, Kevin Durant can do? If I'm being the devil's advocate, how can we say, you know what I mean? How can you say that? Because Kevin Durant ain't dominating the paint like that now.
But that ain't what Kevin Durant brings to the table though either. But that's also like the same thing as Kevin Durant gonna step out there, he can knock him down. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see Giannis. Giannis not gonna step out there and knock him down too. You feel me? He can do it here and there.
Hey, and I will say this. In that finals game, his jump shot ain't gonna be trash forever, bro. Man. He like, bro, he was hitting some because if he hitting them turnarounds consistently, also wrap, bro. It's a wrap. If he hitting the turnaround, even just 12, 14 footers, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about him shooting threes or 30 footers. If he get a nice little KG style, that's tough, man. That's dude. On the flip side, bro, that's why I said, because KD, like I said, on any given day, because KD is mad nice too. KD, like, one of my favorite players in the league, especially when he get that ball in the string out of nowhere and get yo, and then pull. Yeah, that's
man. It's that 1-2, the boom. Boom.
Yeah,
everybody with that mug.
Having people like, but
a little shimmy turn around. Yeah,
my thing is, and I said this earlier, because they're different players, right?
Right.
But it's who or how effective each player on offense and defense. I think KD is a really good defender. I think KD is an underrated defender, to be honest. I think he's a really, really good defender. But on the flip side, Giannis
he got asked to do something that he never really had to do before.
And what?
He was the primary rim protector.
Oh yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, he did that really well. He
Facts.
did.
He excelled at it.
I think he was a pretty good rim protector. I'm not gonna say he was Giannis level, but he was pretty decent for real. And KD gives a lot of effort on defense as well.
Yeah.
But how effective are they, right? Like you can KD can do all of that stuff, and then Giannis is just putting it in the bucket. And what matters most? Like a nice cross or just putting it in the bucket? Put in the bucket. But at the same time, KD gets buckets too. So it's like, who is the more effective player? And I'm not saying Giannis is better than KD. I'm saying either of them can be the best player on any given day. You get what I'm saying? Like when Mike was in the league, there was really nobody who could be his parallel. But right now, there's three dudes I feel like who are all here, and it's just kind of like whatever given day you want to have it.
Wait, can we go back to what Kurt said? I'm just now that you mentioning the three people, because y'all didn't have the same three people. Y'all did not have the same three people. Curtis said.
I said KD,
Steph Curry, KD, and Giannis. So where does that? Where do you put Bron at in your player list?
Well, right now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not saying Bron is trash in no way. We know he's still the GOAT, but that's a conversation for another day.
That was an unnecessary dive, fam.
But LeBron is on the decline right now. All right, he's coming down, and I think there's other guys in the league today, present time, that's taking over that throne as far as the NBA threshold goes. So I got LeBron as my 4 at the moment, and in no specific order, it would probably go KD, Giannis, Steph, and then LeBron for me.
Steph, Brian. Okay.
No
Joe not agreeing with that one. Sad not agreeing with that one.
Because bro, look at things in a very introspective standpoint, to where I ain't gonna say Bron a GOAT, because that's blasphemous and that's unnecessary. But at the same time, he ain't the 4th best player in the league, dog. Only thing you need to do is see Bron healthy and in the playoffs again, and then you're going to be completely changing that narrative.
But I know, so I'm gonna be honest from a Brown standpoint, I do feel like he can go to any team, and that team is instantly just gonna be just great. Not great, but it's gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be good. He can make anybody a better player. You know, because he's more of a I'm a pass first guy, shoot later. I'm gonna get everybody involved kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why LeBron is still up there for me. Like he still and he can still get his own.
Mhm.
But I just look at from just an individual standpoint. I'm just looking right now from an individual standpoint. I just feel like LeBron, you can tell his game is coming down. You know what I'm saying?
For
He's
sure.
starting to chill out.
For sure.
And so now it's
I-
more
but
guys that's sliding in.
I don't know if I could agree with that though, Kurt, because this man's chill out was what 26, 7-7 or 26.
That's what I'm saying.
8.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Like,
Bron, even though I can agree with you, Bron he's not.
Bron,
24 Bron.
it's greatness in a different form because it's just like we've never seen a player this long in his career be this good.
Yeah.
But like that man's game is constantly still evolving, bro. Like he be pulling out new stuff that I be looking at me like, dang, bro. Like me and you, Joe, we was talking about it way back. We was just like, when this man start really shooting hook shots, like what? Like,
Like, yo, where is this coming from? But that's why.
I'm like, hey, but it's effective. You know what I mean? He's changing his game, and like you said, like he might be one of the, like if not the smartest player of all time. Like he's up there, man.
He's definitely up there though. I mean,
crazy. Man.
That's something that we'll have to really take a deep dive in. But one thing we know for sure, he's definitely up there. My thing about Bron, bro, is that he's not. While I wouldn't say that he is the greatest player of all time, like I said, but at the same time, bro, the way he affects the game, like I said, on any given day, he could be the best player in the league. And it's only two players who I feel like is on that level because he affects the game. And I like Steph, but Steph's effectiveness on defense isn't a zero.
It's not
I'm not going to say it's a zero, but it's not to the level of KD, or Bron or Giannis. Them three dudes can legit affect the game on defense. Bron,
it's naturally they're bigger individuals. There's only so much you can do.
To where I don't hate Steph or nothing like that, but his effect on the game is really heavily sided on one side of the ball. But basketball is a two-sided sport, to where I feel like Bron, he can affect the game differently than all of these other players that we're talking about, in the fact that he's probably the best playmaker in the league. Him, maybe CP3, and that's it. It's like a very short list on who's a better playmaker than Bron.
I think not saying he's a better playmaker, but he's up there now with this playoffs. Trae Young, we've seen how Trae Young a hell of a playmaker, man.
Yeah,
Trae Young in that category now, man. You got to give him that.
Like you said, he might not be the best, but he's definitely up there. As
yeah, he's coming. Me and you, this is another conversation we'll segment into, but the Trae versus Luka conversation, man. I think.
Now you know how long have I been talking about Trae versus Luka?
Yeah, we've been talking about it since the first season, for real.
Exactly.
It's interesting, man.
Big Luka, bro. I can't wait. We're gonna have another episode for y'all, but we're gonna have a deep dive on Trae v. Luka.
That's an interesting conversation, man.
So
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
But that's why I feel like I'm not gonna say Bron is out of that top tier best player in the league, because he affects the game in so many different ways, bro.
I agree.
His effect on the game is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's why
I wouldn't be surprised if
he's got a top 4. He's behind.
No, he's 4 for me.
And
I ain't even gonna cap. I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the year the Lakers win another championship. Brian Finals MVP again, and then everybody back to saying he's the greatest player in the world. We've never seen this at year 18 and all this other stuff.
Yep, I agree.
It's just that man. You get a healthy Brian and AD, and man, I ain't even gonna cap. The only a healthy Brooklyn, but even still, then I'm just like, if AD play up to his potential, it's like that's a pick.
I think they need one more score and
They
another
do.
and more shooters, and they'll be fine.
But I don't understand like why they didn't use Montrezl Harrell the whole year.
I don't understand that either, bro.
That was supposed to be a scorer off the bench. He averaged like 16, 17.
From a fantasy aspect, but also just in real life though. Seriously though, man. Like I didn't understand why they didn't use him, man. I don't understand why they didn't use him either though. Like he's more versatile to me than right now than Mark Gasol. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even Andre Drummond. You know what I'm saying? Andre Drummond gonna get you boards. He gonna try to play some defense.
What do you think Andre Drummond going off season? It's tell me the contract.
You said what?
So what do you think Andre Drummond going in the offseason? Tell me the contract.
I'll be honest, I can't even tell, bro.
I
can't even
bro. That's the hard
Shanghai Sharks? Shanghai Sharks? 5 years, 5 years, 125 for the Shanghai Sharks. Hey, he gonna be all of that he wants to do. All of that he be trying to. Hey.
Bro,
he's going. Man, I don't understand, dog. Like that shit. Like ideally, that should have worked out. Ideally that should have been a good fit with the Lakers. I don't understand it. Maybe it's just the combination of the injuries, not having a consistent lineup. They never really got a chance to play together. They're gonna have a really interesting offseason. Yeah. It's gonna be fun talking about them. I feel like they're gonna have a lot of different moves going on.
Dave, you remember what I said about the Lakers last offseason? When everybody said they had such a great offseason?
Oh my God! This man is such a "I told you so" person.
No. Like, I'm not telling you. I told you. I'm just saying in general. Do you remember?
Yes, but we had a conversation. We have mutually agreed. That's like me and him both didn't like the Marc Gasol. I didn't understand that one. I was just like, I feel like he's on his last legs, but we'll see. But me and you both agreed we didn't like the big man moves.
Huh?
That was the big things, like, because I didn't understand why we didn't keep big. I said, like, I'm a Lakers fan. I'm not. I didn't understand why they didn't keep JaVale or Dwight. They played so big in the playoffs for them. Mm-hmm. Like, that was their, like, go-to. Like, they were just bullying everybody. It was just bully ball on the boards. Like, they got so many second chance points.
I think Dwight and the fact that they don't have, like, a lot of scores on their team. They have AD and Braun. But AD, quiet as kept, AD relies on a really good point guard as well, though. But the fact that they have AD and Braun who will score, but other than that, they really don't have any scores on their team. I think Rondo was pivotal because he was able to get everybody on that team open looks or exactly where they wanted, or he was able to make sure that everybody knew when to cut at the right times, what screens to set,
that's so tough.
Huh?
That's so tough. Excuse me. That's so tough because Rondo knew he was about to get a bag, bro. And it's tough. I can see from the Lakers' perspective, it's tough to give Rondo that bag because you know Rondo gonna get hurt. He's gonna get hurt. It's just a matter of when.
Thought that ain't like definitely did. I mean, but they got hurt, so I guess that point is null and void. Everybody got hurt.
Everybody. It didn't even matter.
If you look at that team, right, which one do you value more? Dennis Schroeder's scoring, I guess. But Dennis Schroeder isn't a great scorer, but he can score, right?
Right.
Or Rondo's playmaking.
Rondo's playmaking, bro.
For that team, it's Rondo's playmaking because Schroeder's not going to be able to score for you at such a high clip to where it makes everybody else's like non-scoring null and void. Where Rondo's playmaking is good enough to where it kind of blossoms everybody else on that team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like to always say that Rondo is always playmaking. It's always going to be there. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like you said, Schroeder's scoring is not always going to be there. Like we saw that. Mm-hmm. That was evident in the playoffs, man. Towards the end of the season in the playoffs.
He had a couple of
I don't know what kept going down his stat line. But so I'm always going to value the playmaker that can get everybody involved collectively rather than just one guy trying to get himself involved.
And then when you bring that player together, you talk about the player who Dave was just talking about, Trae Young, and how he got my Knicks up out of here. That was a very sad sight.
He did get y'all up out of there, man.
And I tried to tell you too.
Hey, bro, I thought we was losing, but I thought we was gonna lose in 6 or 7. I didn't know it was gonna be a gentleman sweep.
Hey, I tried to tell you. I was like, I told my boy Joe, I was like, the train is coming, man. The Hawks.
Bruh, I knew we was gonna lose, but bruh.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, and we was getting blown out. Bro, that was crazy. The first 2 games,
they got potential for that to like really matriculate into something special.
Hawks.
Like they have a nice young core. They got a nice young core.
I think their development lies on one player. All 3 of us like.
My boy Cam.
Yes, sir.
My boy Cam. Hey,
if Cam Reddish starts going like this, bro, that team.
Off like a rocket. Bro. Hey, it needs to get to the point where can't like, and you kind of seen it in that playoffs where, hey, Trey, get off the ball, bro. Give it to him because he's gonna have to be that wing scorer that you need. As good as like you need that, especially in modern NBA with it's being positionless basketball and like you having 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" guys bringing the ball up the court, really taking your last shot. As good as Trae Young is, he's gonna need that Robbie. And as good as John Collins is, I don't think he's that. He's not that.
Collins is a good piece. Kevin Huter's a good piece.
Great piece.
A good piece.
Yeah.
Bowie's a great piece. Clint Capella and Anyuka Okongwu, both of them together are good pieces. But Cam Reddish is where
I'm gonna be honest. I'm curious to see how Onyeka comes back from the 6 months, man. Off that injury, he just had that surgery, so I'm trying to figure out how.
The surgery he had, bro.
It was hold on, man.
He got injured in the playoffs, or he had an off-season?
He just had an off-season surgery yesterday.
Was it lower body?
No, I think it was like shoulder or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, underwent surgery, fixed torn shoulder labrum. Will miss about 6 months.
Dang.
Labrum's just hard to come back from, man.
But labrum at the same time, if you heal it correctly, he can be fine. It's not like an Achilles or whatever. But at the same time,
back either.
Exactly. I do think that he could be a great. I think he was a great piece for them backing up Clint Capella, because everything Clint gave you, you lost pretty much nothing when the Yucca came right in the game. I think that team is so deep, and they got so many good pieces. But like we said, bro, it depends on Cam being that secondary playmaker, that wing scorer, that dude who can kind of do it all, whatever. Because Cam's potential, I feel like he could average. This might sound crazy to everybody else right now, but I don't know if y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I think Cam could average 25.
Yes, he can.
I think Cam could average 25, 5 and 5, and be a bucket.
Yes, he can, bro.
But last part of the playoffs, or we probably still gotta talk about the Warriors too. But my Knicks, I gotta make sure we throw this in there because I love the Knicks. I feel like a lot of Knicks fans are trying now to rush the process. And we ain't there yet, fam. We ain't got nobody on our team. We have nobody on our team who can create from the perimeter at a high level. Nope. And I'm a huge RJ Barrett fan, but that's not RJ's game. I think RJ's gonna be mad nice, but I don't think he's ever gonna be a dude who's a point guard who can just get his own bucket whenever he wants to. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's gonna be able to a great playmaker where he's gonna be able to get you 8, 9, 10, 12 assists. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a really good wing. Freaking Julius Randle.
How would you describe, for anybody out there that hasn't seen RJ play, how would you describe RJ Barrett's game?
He's a Swiss Army
knife. You're a Knicks fan. You say you were calling him what?
Swiss Army knife. I mean, he's just a slasher. He's a shooter.
I don't think he's a street shooter. He shot over 40% from 3 this year.
Okay. Yeah, you would know more than me, man. You didn't
know.
I
was about to say.
RJ is a really, like, at this point in his career, because we got to understand, I think he either just turned 20 or he's still 19. Yeah. That's how young RJ is, bro. He this past year he was 19 years old. He averaged 17 points for 17 PPG. I think like 4 and 4. No, 4 and 7, right?
Yeah.
With a shooting 40% from three, 74% from the free throw line. Everything he did went up, right? Which means one thing, right? He was in the lab, bro, working on his joint. You know what I'm saying? Working. To where we don't know what RJ is going to be at his where his potential is going to lie for him. I think right now, RJ is like you said, bro, a Swiss Army knife. He can get to the bucket, not with a handle or with a whole bunch of moves, but he gets to the bucket because he got big shoulders. He knows how to use his body. He's a really good catch and shoot player. I think he needs to develop to be able to score off the dribble though, and be able to be more of a playmaker and at mid range. Other than that, like he's an ascending player for sure.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. But at the same time, man, I think that we really need to be able to focus on getting a primary shot creator. And the shot creator is somebody who can create for themselves and create for other people.
Yeah.
Because all the players that we have on our team, I feel like they'll be so much better if we had somebody who can get them open looks.
So is that something you would want to acquire through trade or via the draft?
For me, I would want to acquire it through the draft, because if you acquire it through trade, first off, there's not a lot of players who are available. We're not getting Dame. If they trade Dame, I think it's the one team. It's the Philly, because they got Ben Simmons. They can offer him the best package. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily know of any other primary shot creators that are out there that are available. If I'm the Knicks, I try to move up in the draft. Obviously, we're gonna talk about that. Yeah. Which is Dave, you know, bro, this is my favorite part of the year, bro. Yeah. We can move up to the draft, get a good player at 19 or 29 or 21, develop them. We got good vets. We got D Rose. Hopefully he resigns. I still like Julius Randle even as a vet, even though he's only 26, 27 years old. RJ is a good young player that can show them how to really work and be successful in the league at a young age. Same with IQ. We got a good bench or whatever in regards to coaching. To where I think if we draft a young player, bro, versus trade, I think that's the way to go, because he can really be on RJ Barrett's timeline in terms of the growth as a team. If we start trying to win now, bro, we don't got it, bro. We don't got squad to win now.
Yeah,
that's not
it.
What we gonna do? Get another first round exit, but highest paid team in the league again, as we did the previous 20 years? That stuff is dumb. Yeah, no assets. This first round exit. It's a great year for you. No, bro. Let's not try to do that, bro. Let's try to really develop our team. I'm saying I think through the way that is, Dave, to answer your question through the draft. Getting off my Knicks. And last thing I want to talk about, whatever, before we get to our draft, is your team, boy, the Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah, get to it, cuz get to it. We ain't got to talk about cursing.
No, you ain't doing nothing.
Y'all ain't even make that.
We ain't did nothing since 2010.
Yeah.
So we cool.
We just gonna leave this here, man. Anyway. Warriors out to play. Hey, we gonna be back. We gonna be back, man. We gonna be back. We got 2 lottery picks. Clay is on the way. Don't worry, Clay is on the way. Okay, that's all. That's all. Hey, it's a good day because Clay is on the way. Ooh. Hey, I think you got to put us right back in contention, man. You got to put us in the contenders in the Western Conference, man. Hey, I think a lot of people forgot how good the Splash Brothers are together. I think a lot of people forgot how good them light-skinned brothers out the Bay are. I think they forgot how good they are. I'm telling you. Hey, I'm getting excited thinking about it, man. All the threes is going to be raining. Woo! You know what I'm saying? And, hey, this is a little sneak peek into the draft or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? If the mock drafts pan out the way they supposed to,
don't let them know. Don't let them know.
They mess up and let us get who we. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
They mess up and let us get.
You know.
I think we gonna get our 7.
If he drops, but at 8, what do you think y'all need, Dave, to keep ascending in the West? And do you think that y'all should get it through trade, like you just asked me or whatever, or through the draft?
So we need some scoring off the bench for sure. We need some firepower. A lot of people don't peak before because I'm really a Warriors fan. So I'm a Steph fan, been there this whole through and through. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't peak that first year when we won the championship. What made us so good was how deep we were.
Yep.
We have to keep working on our bench depth. So for us, we need another scorer off the bench, another spark plug. Who I want to grab, but I ain't gonna throw it out there. We need another spark plug. We need a bucket. Okay? We need a bucket. And then, shooting or, the best available player at that 7th pick. Because you don't want to look back 2-3 years down the line saying, oh, I picked for fit when you obviously looking at the best player and like, oh, I'm not going to take this player because this player fits my system. No, bump all that system stuff. You take the best player, bro. I'm not trying to hear that.
Yeah.
You take the best player, and if you a good coach, you figure out how you going to use this man and how you going to make this man a part of the team and make it work. You know what I mean? Like, I'll never understand that fit stuff. Hey, man, when you die, especially when you that high up and you have generational players, you know what I mean? You have a little bit more wiggle room too. You don't want to miss, but you pick the best player. You pick the best player, and hopefully that coincides with the best potential. It's pretty obvious to me who we need to get that 7th pick if we.
I don't want to stay here with that. I'll cut you off. I like to bring people back to a couple years ago with Michael Porter Jr.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? A lot of teams passed up on injury, but he's not gonna pan out.
Nightmare.
He was there at 14, and the Denver Nuggets took him. And guess what? He is an ascending player in the league right now. And I love that. And I think for as the Warriors go, they are in the perfect spot. They at the 7th spot where they can take somebody that they can play right now. Then they at the 14th spot where they can take another player just like it. They can develop that player and bring him up. Man, the Warriors are in the perfect spot. As long as they hold on to their picks, they are in the perfect spot right now.
Bro, that was.
Hey, like the thing is, hey. We got potential. We got potential to have a real like young bench, and then like I would like that young bench with like 1 or 2 veterans to kind of pair up with it. So like it would be ideal for us to get 2 like vets that know they role, knowing like, hey man, you only gonna be playing about what up.
What players would you want to try or target then? And free agency?
I don't know. I have to look at our cap space. Look how much.
That's tough.
Yeah, I don't know how much cap room we got this year, so we'll have to see.
I think still offer like mid-level exceptions, and
I think don't we still have that? I think the max we can offer somebody, I want to say like 10, 11 million. I have to look it up. I'm not sure after it.
Get somebody good there.
But like, if we could get like two good veterans that could contribute like just more leadership and just like. You know what I mean? Like before George Hill's this past year, I would say a George Hill kind of archetype, but he ain't really had that hot of a year this year.
Remember, I was telling you, I thought that George Hill would have been a good trade target when he was playing at OKC for y'all, and then he got to Philly and was trash.
Yeah. So we'll have to see, man. I think we're in a prime position to be right back in contention, man. I like either us or the Lakers probably coming out the West, I think.
Y'all are the Lakers?
What about Utah? I mean,
I'm good, bro. Utah is.
hey, holla at me when they second best player can score 20.
Yeah, he's right.
You are right. Denver, man.
Denver might be.
Hey, you talking to me with Denver? I really look at you like I wouldn't be surprised if they came out the West.
Get them bumps up out of here.
No,
hey, it's not like you. They a decent team.
To New York.
Who?
Donovan Mitchell. Or when his contract is up, just walk himself right on into Madison Square Garden.
That's a long contract though. Did he just resign?
Yeah, he signed like 5 years, didn't he?
Yeah,
5 years, like something like that. But I mean, sure. But in 5 years, RJ is going to be in like the middle of prime, or just about to hit his prime. freaking Julius Randle might be a little bit on the downside of his prime, but at the same time, he could be now a secondary type of player. Hopefully, we would have drafted good by then. Might be ready to just insert D Mitch. Who knows? Who knows? That's we talking way in the future. But yeah, so that was a good recap though, y'all, in regards to the playoffs. And I just feel so bad that we couldn't talk nothing about the Pistons.
Man, we can come on, Pistons stand up.
We're gonna talk about the Pistons right now.
Pistons stand up.
We're gonna talk about the Pistons right now.